Hey YouTube, this is Doyle's DVDs and I'm Wheelchair 21. Today's DVD is Mobile Figher G Gundam. Ready? Go! So, this is the complete first volume. There were 2 volumes, each volume holding 6 of the 12 volumes released. This was volume 1, so it has discs 1 through 6, and each disc had 4 episodes. And technically, you can get them very cheap around Christmas time. And unused. Yeah. G Gundam is probably one of the best Gundam series I've seen. It's one of my favorites. It's practically the only season I've ever gotten complete, next to MSO18, which I'll be getting very shortly, because I found that in my local FYE. So, I'm happy about that. I'm trying to get myself a copy of the complete series of Mobile Suit Gundam. I would like that. I'll enjoy that. But G Gundam. Technically, it's that every nation has a Gundam, and you fight in a giant tournament battle royale thing, one-on-one fight, till you get down to the final groups, and then you fight, and you fight some more, until there's a champion. Technically, it's the WWE of G Gundam. Yeah, the WWE of G Gundam. But then you add in some DBZ, and then you get some awesome kick-ass action with mechas. The plot basically is surrounded around Domon Kashu and his, I guess you could say, love interest Rain, where they go to Earth working for Neo Japan to win the tournament for Japan with the Shining Gundam. Basically, it's that they're on a mission to Earth to defeat the Dark Gundam, which got to Earth earlier, which was controlled by the brother, who they think went evil, which is a giant conspiracy, even though Dark Gundam turns evil. At the same time, you don't know this until Volume 2, that it was a giant conspiracy worked by mostly the big guys up in Neo Japan, that technically they were just wanting the powers of Dark Gundam. G Gundam sets the plot immediately. In the first episode, you know that Domon Kashu is looking for his brother, while he's on Earth. And in the next 4 episodes, you learn who will become the new Shuffle Alliance and his allies, like Saisaishi, Chibity Crockett, crap, I gotta go look at their names again. Luckily, I have it in front of me. Saisaishi, Chibity Crockett, George Desson, and Argo. Okay, so in the next 5 episodes, you learn of the other 4 members who will become the future Shuffle Alliance with him, because Domon is already known as the King of Hearts. And then following that first 5 episodes, you learn of the Shining Gundam's Shining Mode, Hyper Mode, or I forget what they actually called it. And Hyper Mode is supposedly like this super form where they go Super Saiyan, pretty much. Following learning that, you know more about the Dark Gundam. You know that the Dark Gundam can bring back, like, the dead, keep the dead alive longer, and it's, like, feeding off the planet. It's technically, like, trying to kill or whatever. And so he starts running into Gundam pilots who are now working with the Dark Gundam. And eventually it just keeps going on until eventually he finds out that Neo Japan, that regular Japan and China are getting attacked by the Dark Gundam and its troops. He runs into his old master, Master Asia, who is the previous champion, and who is the current champion at the time of the Gundam tournament, of the Gundam Federation Alliance, and finds out, after battling with Master Asia, that Master Asia is this Dark Gundam, the Dark Gundam's thing, Master Gundam's, head honcho, and you discover that Master Asia is a bad guy now, and works with Dark Gundam. And the Shuffle Alliance tries to stop Master Asia and dies. They give their powers to the other Gundam fighters, Saisaishi, Argo, George, and Chibity, and they join forces. And the series ends where they're all training because the finals are coming up, and Dark Gundam finally appears, and so does Master Gundam. And it also brings in the introduction of Burning Gundam in the last 2 episodes, when Shining beats Dark Gundam for the first time, and Asia's Master Gundam just destroys Shining, and Burning is called in as the replacement for Shining Gundam for their replacement for the finals. And right afterwards, it ends where Burning Gundam is getting ready to head towards the championship. Pretty much this whole half of the 2 volumes establishes our plot. It gets our plot going. It really gets the key characters out. It goes with good characterization. We know what we're doing. We know what they're after. And we practically know that we have our main villains now. And by the time the Volume 2 it comes around, we're getting to find out that there's more villains that we don't know of, more antagonists. And we get learning more about how this resolution is going to come about. A lot of my favorite episodes are more or less out of Volumes 2 than Volumes 1. I really do like Volume 1 just for the fact of the introduction of Burning Gundams. Episodes were good ones. I enjoyed the whole, first, I think, usually I enjoy the first 6 episodes, and then a few in between the last 6 and the first 6. So, within the 12 episodes from episode 6 from pretty much from episode 7 to episode 18. Wait, 8. So from episode 19 to 7, I practically have a little bit of enjoyment for. The other episodes are kind of like filler, at least, but it also still explains the plot. I mean, I do like what happened with Master Asia, so at least a good third of this series I like, and I enjoy. I more or less will go for G Gundam's second volume, because I saw most of that when it first was airing on Cartoon Network. I had to see a lot of it during the midnight hour runs of Toonami. So that's more or less why I got into G Gundam, was more because of the Burning Gundam and less of the Shining Gundam. And ironically, as I was reading this on Wikipedia, there was more than, many of the names actually were changed than I thought there were. Like, Burning was God, Dark was Devil, Death Army is Dark Army, Scud Gundam is Desert, Tequila was Spike, Lumber Gundam is Grizzly, John Bull is Royal, Pharaoh, Mummy, Minaret, the Skimpter, Kaloon is Howl, Spiegel is Shadow, Nether is Hurricane, Matador is Toro, Noble is Noble, which I don't understand that translation, and Gundam's Heaven Sword is the Raven Gundam. I don't know. It's just odd just seeing Noble Gundam equals Noble Gundams. I'm like, name didn't change. Why is it listed here? But anyway, I really love having these series. I watch them, I don't know, every fall and winter. So right now I technically watch them. But right now I've been watching a lot of DBZ and, a lot of other stuff that used to be running on Toonami. Other than that, I mean, I have all the 5 original figures, so I mean, I love this series. It's a great series, and I really should finish it up in, my resolution of why I like it in Volume 2, so I'll talk to you later, and in the meanwhile, Gundam Fight ready, go!